Number 5 from worksheet H12-6, we have sine of x squared plus sine of x squared plus cotangent of x squared, and we want it to equal 1. So obviously, it's probably going to be easiest for us to make the left side equal the right side. A couple ways we could do this. And maybe I'll show you a couple different approaches that could be taken. So one thing you could do is I look at this, I have sine squared x, and then I have a sine squared x times cotangent squared x. Right, so there's two terms. They have a common factor. I could factor out a sine squared x, and what I would have left over is 1 plus the cotangent of x squared. Okay, so that's one technique. And if you think about that, 1 plus the cotangent squared, because it's squared, we know that we can look for a Pythagorean identity. So for that one, right, we could say here that 1 plus cotangent of x squared we know is going to be the same thing as the cosecant of x squared. And then if I'm going to do my sine of x squared times my cosecant of x squared, we know that those are reciprocals. And you could think about it like this. Right, and then you could combine them into one single fraction, which we know is 1. Now, another technique you could use with this one, I'll do this one in blue. Instead of factoring out the sine, okay, we could look at it and say, all right, well, cotangent of x squared, right, is the same thing as cosine over sine. So I could take this and I could rewrite this as sine squared x plus the sine squared x times, and we could say that this is going to be the cosine squared x over sine squared x. Okay, so all we did on that one was we switched our cotangent into this, right? So we took our cotangent and we changed it into cosine squared over sine squared, in which case we could take this now and, we have, this is like one big fraction. This could cancel out with this. And now we're left with a sine squared x plus a cosine squared x. And we know that that is a Pythagorean identity and will get us 1, right? So, our 1 equals the 1 that's up here. So that's just a second way. There are other ways it could be done as well. You just need to make sure you're following your rules and using only, true statements to get from one to the next. That is problem 5 from H12-6.